Welcome back to Bay Sunday, everybody. Our next guest is the organizing director for the 12th annual Cesar Chavez Parade and Festival here in San Francisco. Cesar Chavez Day commemorates and celebrates the life and work of the labor and civil rights leader. And every year, thousands of communities and cultures from Bay Area families to community organizations, they all come together to celebrate with music, arts, and entertainment. Please welcome one busy woman, Eva Royale. Hola.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank
Good to
you.
have you here. Well, let's educate our viewers a little bit that may not know a great deal about Cesar Chavez. You knew him.
Yes, I had the opportunity to work for the United Farm Workers for 15 years. I started in '87, so Cesar passed away in '93. But I was also, I'd studied him when I was in school and came from the Central Valley farm worker country. So Cesar was a very gentle, quiet, determined person, and he was born in Yuma, Arizona. His family lost their farm and they became migrant farm workers, and so they traveled up and down California to make a living. Cesar joined the service, the Navy, when he was 18. Then he got married and went to work for the Community Service Organization for 10 years, which was an organization that helped low-income people and organize around their issues. Then he left. Cesar also met Dolores Huerta during that time. And in 1962, Cesar told Dolores, we're going to have to start a union for farm workers. If we don't do it, nobody else will. So they left their job, moved to Delano, where Cesar's wife had family, and they started knocking on doors, contacting farm workers, urging them to, and then had house meetings talking about why it was important for farm workers to belong to a union.
And he did it the old-fashioned way, one by one.
Door to door.
Door to door. And you talked about he was kind of a quiet, gentle man. He was aggressive and assertive and intense about his cause, but he did it in a non-violent and kind of a loving way, I guess, more than anything, right?
Yes, and then he also involved, everyone. Farm workers, community, labor throughout that's why the farm workers were actually able to survive for so long. I mean, the people who worked for the farm workers worked for $5 a week in room and board. So these were people that were committed, basically volunteers. And so, they were involved in, you sent people farm workers to cities to organize to get the grapes out of New York and Chicago and San Francisco and all over. And the community and the country responded by sending volunteers and donations. So it was through those means that he was able to organize and get support, because just a farm worker against a grower has no power.
Right. And their battle cry, "Si se puede"?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
And he was a local guy. He raised his family in San Jose, father of 7, and so his roots are deep, deep, deep here in the Bay Area.
Yes, and Cesar would always come to San Francisco, and afterward, because he has strong support here for marches and for picketing and boycotts, to get support. And he would always say he always felt refreshed after leaving because the support was so strong here. After going through the hard work that it takes to survive in the Central Valley and all over, that having the support of cities and people was what rejuvenated him.
Well, let's talk about what's happening in this month. Big festival and holiday. What's happening in San Francisco and all around the Bay Area right now?
Well, this is the 12th annual Cesar Chavez Holiday Parade and Festival. We've had marches every year from the 80s on, but it took a long campaign to get a Cesar Chavez holiday here in California, but with petitions. And in 2000, that was when Governor Gray Davis signed making it a state holiday. So we've been having an annual parade each year, so that to educate the young people, and we've got generations and generations of United Farm Worker supporters that come with their families and their contingents. So we invite people to be in the parade. Well,
we celebrate a lot of our prominent Americans, but it's neat that Cesar was with us just 15, 20 years ago, and you knew him. So there's a stronger bond right now.
And Dolores Huerta, the co-founder, is still alive. She'll be 82 on April 10th, and she's been at 10 out of the 12 parades that we've had. So she even spent her birthday here on April 10th 2 years ago. So we have the support of the the farm workers and all the generations, and it's still the farm workers need support because the struggle continues, especially in these economic times.
Such a humble guy, and he moved mountains. What do you think he'd say about all the fuss about him now and his legacy?
Well, I think the main thing he wanted was for people to organize around the issues that are important to you. And so that's important to continue. He's not here to do that. We have to continue that, with our friends, our family, organize around the issues that are important to you, organize to support the farm workers, but also organize on issues that affect you on your daily basis.
And this week in
Si se puede, you can do it. If
yeah, absolutely. So there's going to be performances, there's going to be food, it's going to be like a
Yes,
like
we have the parade starts at Dolores Park and ends at a street fair on 24th Street. The street fair is between Treat and Bryant. And we have Salvador Santana will be performing. We have a children's area. We have the merchants have sidewalk sales, and so there's arts and craft booths, food, and it's just a great time. It's
okay,
free.
I'm in. You sold me. It sounds
you just
great.
Pray for sun.
And do you expect a whole bunch of people, I would imagine?
Oh, of course. At the 12th annual, so we've got generations. The school children, the honor roll students lead the parade.
Sure.
We've got dancing horses. We've got charos. We've got, you know, it gets big. The transport workers are coming out with 100 supporters, and carpet. The carpenters are out there with their floats and their bands, and so it's really a fun event for everybody to join and bring your banners, bring your signs, and join the parade.
Well, no doubt he's smiling. His legacy lives on. Thank you so much for coming in. Cesar Chavez Day will take place in Dolores Park on Saturday, April 21st at 11 o'clock in the morning. If you'd like more information on Cesar Chavez Day, please visit CesarChavezDay.org. Nice and easy. More Bay Sunday coming up right after this. Stay right there, folks.